Actually, there's a court case that said it is allowed.
On the actual state
that
property?
That it's traditional public property. Hey, how are you?
Well,
What is it?
Jury nullification.
Nullification?
Jury nullification. Look up the, if you want to look up the case law, it is United States versus Grace.
United States versus Grace says you can hand out pamphlets on the state property?
Yeah.
I know at the state capitol you're required to get a permit.
It's a traditional public forum. Therefore, it's allowed, public property is allowed the highest form of protection.
Alright.
So,
Well, a trooper will be along.
I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just saying, I've looked up the case law. I was just in Hartford last week where they said I couldn't do it, but I can.
Okay. Well, the trooper who comes will probably want to know about that case as well.
Alright.
Okay.
What's your name? What's your position here?
I'm the head clerk.
Head clerk.
If you come in later, I'll give you my card. It's easier than trying to give you my actual name.
Alright.
Alright?
Yep. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks. Can I ask you something? Is that according to policy, or is it that you said that, or what?
It's not up to me, it's up to the Chief Court Administrator. Chief Court Administrator says that you need permission in order to do anything here at the court.
And he just said that today?
No, he said it is an ongoing thing.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't, I've had other people in the past looking to leaflet, pamphlet, things like that, and was told that they need permission from the Chief Court Administrator in order to do it. And so having been told that in the past, I'm here to talk to you today.
No, I appreciate you just doing your job. I'd like to inform you that it's, not illegal to hand out, pamphlets on.
And I don't say that it's not illegal. My understanding is that you need permission in order to do it. That you can't just show up. So.
Have a good day.
Thanks. You too.
Thanks. I'm sorry. One more thing. Are you calling a state trooper? Is that what you're saying?
I already called them.
Oh, you did?
Because I've had 5 separate complaints that you're out in front of the building on a day that I have jurors coming in.
Well, I'm handing it out to anyone who will take one.
Sure, no, I understand that.
Not just jurors.
But having had 5 separate people report to me that you were out here.
And they complained about it. They didn't just say I was out here.
Correct.
What did they say exactly?
So there's a guy out front passing out pamphlets.
That doesn't sound like a complaint.
When they come to me about it, it's a complaint. Like if they're just sharing it with each other, whatever. But if 3 people come to me and 2 people call me and say, "Hey, there's a guy out front handing stuff out," then
Fair enough. Troop H.
Troop H.
Alright, thank you.
Jury for
Want a flyer?
flyer?
Thank you. Yeah. Have a good day. Can I interest you in a flyer?
I don't think they want me on their show.
How you doing?
Good, how about you?
Yeah, this ordered by the presiding judge, Judge Kwok, to ask you to move from the property. If not, we're going to call the state police and they're going to have you arrested
Alright.
for criminal trespass. You can move to the sidewalk if you
This is
want.
public property, isn't it?
No, it's private property. This is state of Connecticut property.
Yeah, but we pay taxpayers.
Yeah, but when I say that you need to move, that means that you're starting a criminal trespass.
Okay.
So I'm just giving you a warning. So
Alright.
if you refuse to move, I'm going to call the state police and they're going to arrest you and take you down to the base.
Alright.
You can move to the sidewalk if you want.
Alright.
That's
Can I ask
public
you
property.
something?
Sure.
There's a court case that I read about.
I don't know anything about that, but I'm just telling you that right now, what we're going to do. If you want to move to the sidewalk, you can do that
Okay.
because that's public property, but
Okay.
you can't stay here. I've been ordered by the presiding judge to have you moved. So
Okay, and what's the judge's name?
Judge Kwok, Kwak,
Okay, and he said what exactly?
that you need to move from the property.
For what reason?
He's called the administrative judge in Hartford, and she said that you need to move so I can order to
Okay.
have you
And
moved.
you're a marshal. You're not.
I am,
Okay. I was just curious.
but I'm a sworn peace officer.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just curious. All right. So what I'll
What do you
do
want
is
to do?
I'll move at this time.
Okay,
to
cool.
The sidewalk.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna consult my lawyer.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I have no problem with that.
If he says it's completely legal to do it here, I'm gonna get like that.
Yeah. Do you want my name?
Yes, please.
Greg Maloney. M-A-L-O-N-E-Y.
Okay. Badge number? Do you have a badge?
22.
22. All right. Thank you.
How about your? Do you have? Can I get your name?
You can call me Mike.
Do you have a pen on you? Okay. Mike, come on. So if you want to stand on the sidewalk, all right, bud?
All right.
All right. Then when you get, if you want to have your attorney call us or anything, why don't you just do that?
All right.
But you have to, you got to go onto the sidewalk and not onto the property, all right?
All right. Well, this is, just so you know, this is public property. The Supreme Court
State of
has ruled
Connecticut.
on it.
Yep.
The Supreme Court
Yeah,
has ruled on
that's
it,
fine.
so you know.
All right?
Can I tell you something?
Well, our conversation is done. And if you come back on the property, I'm going to call the state police.
Look up United States versus Gray. Supreme Court case
Are
to
you going to
determine
stay on the sidewalk?
for now.
Come back on when I call, right?
All right.
Manchester, Connecticut. In mid-October, liberty activist Michael Picard stood outside the Manchester, Connecticut Superior Court, passing out flyers advocating for jury nullification, that is until various government officials, oddly fully ignorant of the law, attempted to stop him under the guise of needing a permit. Fortunately, as any seasoned activist knows to do, Picard captured his encounter with the hapless court officials on video, although, be advised, his filming as the phone dangled from a lanyard didn't make for steady picture. Although Chief Clerk of the Manchester Courts Antonio Diadio might have demanded a permit for passing out literature, which is, incidentally, untrue, it was the contents of Picard's flyers, touting the power of jury nullification, which comprised the most likely target. Picard noted in his video footage that jury nullification is the right of the jury to acquit a defendant, or a juror to hang the jury, because they believe the law to be immoral or misapplied. As the Free Thought Project previously explained, jury nullification is the right for any juror to not only judge the facts of the case, but also to judge the validity of the law itself. If a jury feels that a defendant is facing an unjust charge, they have the right to rule in the defendant's favor, even if they are technically guilty under the court's standards. In short, people have the right not to punish infractions when a law is unjust. A crime isn't a crime if the law broken wasn't moral to begin with. Jury nullification is thus an indescribably powerful tool for the public to fight the injustices of a tyrannical and overreaching government, and police and the courts, who rely heavily on revenue raked in from the breaking of countless absurd laws, don't take too kindly when activists call attention it. A government permission slip isn't required for distributing or disseminating such information, no matter how frequently authorities use that excuse. In fact, police in Colorado, both obtuse about the law permitting handing out pamphlets and threatened by the ramifications of public knowledge, have even defied a court order not to arrest jury nullification activists. Diadio, however, was so convinced of being in the right, he summoned Connecticut State Police to the courthouse to deal with Picard and his perfectly legal lack of a permit. Chief Marshal Greg Maloney arrived on the scene a little over 30 minutes after Picard originally began passing out the flyers, saying that by the orders of Judge Hunchu Quack and Judge Julia Dewey, the activist must cease and vacate the premises. Picard explains the court is public property, paid for by the taxpayers, and thus he is not required to move to a public sidewalk as Maloney suggests. Having no logical retort to that argument, the Chief Marshal replies, equally absurdly, "Yeah, but when I say you need to move, that means you're starting a criminal trespass. I'm just giving you a warning. So, if you refuse to move, I'm going to call the state police and they're coming to arrest you and take you down to Troop H. Picard. To seeming no avail cited to both Diadio and Maloney the court case United States v. Grace, in which the Supreme Court upheld the right of the public to pass out pamphlets and information on court property, including sidewalks and grounds. Referring to Grace, Maloney says, "I don't know anything about that, but I'm just telling you that right now, what we're going to do, if you want to move it to the sidewalk you can do that because that's public property. But you can't stay here. I've been ordered by the presiding judge to have you removed." It wasn't just the presiding judge who demanded Picard be removed. As Maloney notes, Judge Quack is called the judge, the administrative judge in Hartford, Judge Julia Dewey, and she said that you need to move, so I've been ordered to have you move. Keep in mind, these judges, who rule on laws for a living, must be utterly ignorant of the federal ruling allowing political and other displays, as well as the dissemination of material, on any court property in the United States. Apparently the court's legal illiteracy did not matter. The judges determined either the passing out of flyers or information pertaining to jury nullification was enough of a threat to warrant calling in state troopers, if needed. Picard, advising the marshal he would contact his attorney in the matter, eventually conceded to the unreasonable demand and moved to sidewalk abutting Superior Court property. This month, Kim Stone from the Office of the Chief Court Administrator issued a statement to the young liberty-minded activist, proffering a watered-down and portentous excuse for the incident, stating, "As noted earlier, the judicial branch does not have a policy regarding peaceable assembly outside of its Superior Court facilities, which would include the distribution of pamphlets." As also noted, the branch is in the process of developing a policy as a result of the incident on October 12 outside of Gate 12 in Manchester. "We anticipate that the policy will be similar to a policy in place regarding the entrance to the Supreme Court building in that its intent will be to balance the rights of individuals exercising their First Amendment rights with the need to ensure that the members of the public and staff can safely enter and exit the premises." Regarding the incident last month, an individual was exercising his constitutional rights under the First Amendment. Staff responded in good faith without a policy in place to guide them in striking that balance. As such, we are not going to speculate on what should or should not have been done and instead focus on developing a policy for the future. We will make sure to get you a copy of the policy once it is completed. Image http://thefreethoughtproject.com/wp-content/upload/2016-11/screen-shot-2016-11-06-AT-6.02